Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. Now pray for the soul of this explorer. It's time for 31 days of horror.
6 more days to Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 6 more days to Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Hi there, Terence McGuana here, and welcome back to my 31 Days of Horror, where today we're going to look at Halloween Kills from 2021. I wasn't going to review this film as part of the 31 Days of Horror. I didn't think I would find the time to watch it. And wow, I've been so exhausted by this event. And this film has been like nitro and glycerine shot into my arm, because this movie it really moves, it really kills. It takes off directly from the end of the 2018 Halloween film, where Laurie Strode and her family have successfully managed to trap Michael Myers in a fire trap, basically, and the movie ended. And I was like, how is he going to get out of this one? Is this the end of Michael Myers? Obviously, with the trailers for this film, they've given away so many secrets about it, where you've seen Michael Myers taking on a whole crew of firemen that turn up. And yeah, so he gets out quite easily, and he just goes on a massive rampage throughout Haddonfield once again. If the 2018 Halloween was First Blood, then this is Rambo First Blood Part 2. I don't know what Jamie Lee Curtis had in the basement of that house, but I think that Michael Myers must have got to her steroid cabinet, because Michael Myers, what is he? He's meant to be about 64, 65, the character, and he just kills like Rambo. I've never seen a slasher movie character be this utterly brutal in my entire life. It's really strange. I don't know whether to recommend this film or not recommend it. If you're looking for a film more like Halloween, where the violence is quite minimal, and the creepiness, the slow camera moves, the real chilling moments that Halloween is known for, this is not it. This film is like an 80s pumped up action picture. I would say it's more of an action film than a slasher film. It still has a lot of the slasher tropes that most of the characters in this I could care less about, or don't even get the opportunity to get to know, and you just get to enjoy some really brutal kills. I mean, some of the deaths in this are really quite horrendous. And I don't know what it is, but I just found this film exhilarating. I found it absolutely exhilarating. As much as you may be aware from previous reviews that I've done, such as Tourist Trap and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that I'm very critical of the slasher genre. I much prefer having characters to hold on to and care about. But with Halloween Kills, I'd seen online on Instagram that some people had been a bit divisive about it, and some of the people that I admire, such as Gore, he was saying this film is an absolute joy because of the level of violence that's on display and just how utterly brutal Michael Myers is. I've never seen Michael Myers or any slasher character behave this way. It is one of the most violent films I've seen in a long time, but I don't watch a lot of violent films, so I'm not a good barometer for that. But yeah, Halloween Kills is really exciting. The thing is, when it comes to its actual plot, I don't want to give too much away. It doesn't really have much of a plot. There are these side characters who are survivors from the original Halloween, such as the children from the Halloween, who are now all in their 40s and 50s, and they're going to band together to try and hunt down Michael Myers, and which kind of was reminiscent of Halloween 4. I've never seen Halloween 4, but I've been watching Gore's excellent series that he's done all through October about all of the Halloween films. I'm going to leave a link at the bottom of this. You need to check that out. He's done this amazing analysis in all of the Halloween films, a very humorous analysis, I might add, especially that first one, the first one with Donald Pleasence walking like a pimp gangster and stuff like that. That was just, I was rolling about the floor laughing at some of that. Yeah, check out his videos, they're amazing. But back to Halloween Kills, it is such an enjoyable watch. It does have some really interesting set pieces. I wouldn't say that it's scary at all. I wouldn't say that there's any suspense whatsoever. In fact, there was a moment in it where I felt suspense for Michael Myers, weirdly. I don't know what it is, but because he was behaving like Rambo in such a way that he was just this absolute killing machine that just took on anyone that came near him in such a brutal fashion, I started to get behind him. I don't know what that is. That's the thing. The movie is dictating it to me. It's telling me where to go, and it uses this sort of shaky cam, I've noticed. Whereas the original Halloween had Steadicam Panaglide, as it was called at that time, where Michael Myers would sort of stalk the streets and it would sort of float around the set. And this movie doesn't go for that at all. It's got that kind of almost like an episode of 24, where it's sort of shaky, like brutal kind of camera work that I found a little bit distracting. Same goes for the score. They do have the original Halloween theme, of course, in some of the musical cues from the original film, but one thing I did notice, that I know that John Carpenter and his son is behind some of the music on this, and also that there's a track in it that sounded very similar to a track from Escape from New York, the one where when they're going across the bridge in Escape from New York. Sounded like that one from Escape from New York. And so I was thinking, getting a bit tired there, John, just reaching in and getting the old tapes out. The thing I love about Michael Myers in this version, because this is the reboot of Michael Myers, where they've cut out all that sort of that him and Jamie Lee Curtis are related, all that nonsense, which I never liked. I thought that was lazy writing. So I've always preferred Michael Myers as a motiveless character who we have no idea why he kills people, why he's on this almost a crazed crusade to just wipe out Haddonfield. Why can't he move to New York, Los Angeles, or even come over to Glasgow and take us out? No, he's got to stay in Haddonfield and cause so much trouble. But that's fine. And I like that. I like that he has absolutely no motive whatsoever, and this movie sticks to that. But there is a part in it where they feel as though they're kind of reaching for something. They're reaching for some sort of semi-supernatural motive. I don't know. Didn't really make a lot of sense to me. They have these flashback scenes to the 1970s where they're trying to tie up how Michael Myers got caught after he was shot through the window in the original Halloween. I didn't feel like I really needed to know that. I just felt that was meaningless and just pointless, to be honest. I found that bit was quite sloppy. I think they could have just took that out and the movie would have worked fine. But one thing that was really kind of annoying to me was they had this gay couple that have now moved into the infamous Myers house that Michael Myers first committed murder way back in the 60s. This gay couple, these gay gentlemen who have moved into the house. Now, it's fine that they've moved into the house and they're living there, that's perfectly fine, but why did they have to have it so forced down our throats that this was a gay couple? And I don't mean that they were a gay couple, but the fact that they decorated the house as if Liberace lived there, it felt absolutely forced down their throats that, yes, do you know, we're being progressive here, we have gay characters as well, look at the decor, look, Judy Garland would approve. It just felt really stereotypical. You're going to have gay characters in a film, why do they have to be absolute stereotypes? But other than that, the film felt kind of meaningless. It didn't really have anything to offer other than just some really exhilarating, exciting death scenes. The violence in it was really ramped up, and I've heard that people are upset about the whole sequence at the beginning where Michael Myers escapes and he's just taking out the fireman at the very beginning of the movie. I had absolutely no problem with that. It pretty much set the tone for the whole film that, look, you're dealing with Rambo here. Rambo has put on the Michael Myers mask and he's attacking Haddonfield. So if you approach this film as pretty much an action horror, that is exactly what it is. It's an action horror. I think you'll have a terrific time. But yes, also be warned, there's not enough Jamie Lee Curtis in this film. What is it with that? Jamie Lee Curtis's character was one of the best things about the 2018 version, and she does get quite sidelined in this, and every scene that she's in is decent enough, but they just don't give her enough to do. I love Laurie Strode. Laurie Strode is the great classic final girl from Halloween, and that's one of the reasons I want to see it. I want to see this character, I want to see her story progress, and I just felt that Laurie Strode didn't have enough to do in it, so that was another downer for me. But yeah, I'd still recommend Halloween Kills, right? It's not an earth-shattering horror film. It is, you probably forget about it in a week's time, but it is just an exhilarating watch. There's just so much to enjoy in this movie. Peace, love, rock and roll. Terence McGuana, cheerio.